Hello, vinyl community. Yes, Janne is back again, and today I'm going to do our vinyl finds. And the vinyl finds is totally inspired by the vinyl community. There are so many great channels out there that just flood your system with great music and thoughts. And I'm feeling sometimes like a sponge when you're just sucking in everything that is out there. No, not really, but almost. And I've been kind of stuck in one genre, or we could say alternate rock, because that has many things underneath. And I will showcase some great records that are found on some great channels. But as it's very late here in Sweden, and so it's dark outside, and my home lighting sucks, and so I will dive down and get on my knees and show some records with my hands and play some snippets. So stay tuned, be right back. Yes, I'm back on the floor, taking a Gary sip, and now I'll showcase some channels and records. I will start off with a dude from Australia called Ben Rankins. He's a really cool one with a great taste. He's mostly into alternative rock, and he really digs out the gems from his own country and share it on his channel, which is lovely, because you can find so much cool music from Australia that you didn't even exist. And it's kind of cool that some of the record companies, the smaller label, really can fetch out those gems from Australia and release it in Europe. So some of them you can find over here. And the first one I will showcase is this band. A band from Perth called Gaffer, and the record Dead End Beat. This is their debut album, and it really doesn't disappoint. They have churned out 12 tracks of hard-edged post-punk and raw punk that is harking back from the scenes of UK. It could be the motherland of them, if I understand when I googled around. But it's really great, and it addresses the current crushing stagnation of surrounding life, work, wages, etc., etc. So it's a really working class punk record. And I will have a snippet here, and I hope you dig it. Next one in line is this band that he showcased, R.M.F.C. That stands for Rock Music Fan Club, and a record called Club Hits from last year. And this is one of the rare records that sounds absolutely out of its time, without invoking depression, despair, and disgust that most of other band does. And it's totally energetic, lively, and totally off the wall. And it's a must-have, a band from Sydney. And I will have a snippet here of one of the tracks so you can get a touch, but it's all over the place, so you have to listen to it to totally understand it. If you get the chance, get this record. Next record I have is a band called Collapse, and this is a recommendation from a guy called Joachim, a Portuguese that lives in San Diego, and he is really living the punk vein. The blood in his vein is totally punk in all kinds of genres that is evoking from that style, and he's kind of cool, and he is really all over the world regarding his genre, and that is so amazing. And he really recommended a great bunch of records, and I'm trying to fetch some of them that I really stumble on, and one of them was this band Collapse and the album Executor from last year. This is a band from Germany, a small town called Herne that lies between Essen and Dortmund. And here you get absolutely the finest punk oi that 2023 could have released. And it has that fantastic sandpaper guitar sound. And it's just impossible to not fall in love with. Here you get 12 songs of user rawness of oi punk with rock and roll undertones, full of catchy hooks and memorable sing-alongs. And if you dig this, get it. I will have a snippet here. The next one from Joachim's recommendation is this band Mess and the record Under Attack, also released last year. A band that is from Guadalajara in Mexico, and still this is another must-have. This is a street punk band that's really made a splash on me when I listened to it or streamed it. And it's a terrific punk rock with raw and tough and memorable tunes. Here's a snippet. Next one in line is a channel by Vinyl Richie. Vinyl Richie has been on YouTube for a long time, and he's very wide in his music taste, but his heart always burns punk. And he shows all kinds of stuff that is really lovely. And this is one band that he recommended highly, and it's the band Stools. And Are You Saved? This is a band from the Motor City, Detroit, where we find this trio that is something like if you take 60 nuggets and Kill by Death by Motorhead, and you have it. This sound is amazing. It's a blaze of bluesy punk damage from steady diet of Stooges, negative approach, and goriest, with a dash of far-gone Memphis sound in the mix. It's just lovely. High energy. Here's a snippet. Next one in line is this band, Homefront and Games of Power. This one was recommended by John, you know, the Bip Bop Boom. He found this and highly recommended it, so I had to spin it, and I just fell in love with it because this is very interesting. This is a band from Edmonton, Canada. And this enormous full-length debut from this band, who have managed to fix a truth of the beautiful and borderline mythical thread needle, and where you have punk, you have new wave, pop, indie, and rock, and all into a single mix. It's so freaking cool because they are all over the place and very different. Here's a snippet. The last one I have is this band, a recommendation from Ryan Kidd, the Human B-side on YouTube. Just check out his streams, they are freaking amazing, and he really can dig out those punk games in, I don't know where he gets the info, but he really can get them. Here is a kind of interesting band that he was recommended. It's a band called C.O.F.F.I.N, and they are from Sydney, Australia. And C.O.F.F.I.N stands for Children of Finland Fighting in Norway, which is kind of interesting band name for a band from Sydney and you live in Scandinavia. Anyway, this is the semi-self-titled fifth album of well-honored of the 70s hard rock riffs, pub punk rock, with the angry Jobba vocals, if you can say so, and of course lyrics of the social observation. Very cool one. Here's a snippet of it. Sure. All right, that was all I had. I hope you enjoyed my vinyl finds, even if I'm lying on the floor this time, because it's evening here in Sweden. And if you find something cool, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Have a fantastic evening and keep those records spinning. So, Fridens.